Welcome to Simply Fun's How to Play Alphabet Woods, a game where you grow trees, collect forest animals, and practice alphabetizing letters. You can play Alphabet Woods with 2 to 5 players ages 5 and up. Alphabet Woods is good for practicing alphabetizing skills, as players practice putting letters in alphabetical order, adding letter cards to trees, and creating branches that maintain alphabetical order. Alphabet Woods also helps with sequencing, as players rely on their ability to sequence the letters correctly in order to know which cards they can play. To set up the game, assemble the 3-piece forest floorboard like a puzzle and place it on one side of the table. There are 5 letter A's and 5 tree trunks. This is the tree growing area. Shuffle all the cards together. There are 3 kinds of cards in the deck: letter cards that you use to grow trees, branch cards that you can use to connect trees, and treetop cards to put on top of trees once they grow tall enough. Deal 7 cards to each player and place the remaining cards in a draw pile near the tree growing area, leaving a space for a discard pile. Then place the forest animals on the table where everyone can reach. For 2 or 3 player games, place 26 animals on the table and keep the rest in the box. For 4 to 5 player games, use all 52 of the animals. Now we're ready to play. The object of the game is to collect the most forest animals by adding cards to trees in alphabetical order. Earn 1 animal for every card you place on a tree. The player with the most animals at the end of the game wins. On your turn, first try to play a letter card in one of 3 ways. If you can, place 1 letter card at the top of any tree. The letter card doesn't have to be the very next letter in the alphabet, like B after A. It just has to be a different letter and be in alphabetical order. Or place a letter card over any existing letter card, except the letter A, on the tree. The new letter must still keep the tree in alphabetical order. Or you might have more than 1 card that is in a row in the alphabet, like B and C. This is called a run. If you have a run, you can place 2 or more letter cards at the top of any tree, as long as the whole tree remains in alphabetical order. Now look to see if it is possible to play a branch or treetop card. At any time on a turn, a player may add 1 branch card between 2 trees, or over an existing branch card, as long as both trees stay in alphabetical order. Branch letters may be the same letter or a different letter than the lower 2 cards they connect on the tree. At any time on a turn, if a tree is 7 letters tall, including the A, and a player has a treetop card in hand, they may place it at the top of the tree. This tree is now fully grown and may not get taller, but players may still lay letter cards over existing cards on the tree or add branches, all as long as everything stays in alphabetical order. After playing 1 or more cards in a turn, players then collect a forest animal for every card played and replenish their hands to 7 cards. Then a player's turn is over and play continues with the next player in clockwise order. Once all the forest animals are collected, the game is over, and the player who has the most animals wins the game. For an easier version of the game, play without the branch cards. Grow your alphabetizing skills and a forest full of trees and critters with Simply Fun's Alphabet Woods.